Good morning, God. Thank you for today. Please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Good morning, world. Good morning, America. And good morning, you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day. We're the ones in the driver's seat.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the
What's up, everybody? Morning. 5 by 5. We got Mr. William, Ronnie, Big Dusty Little Dusty, Echo, Billy. Let's see, scrolling. Miss Loretta. I seen Huckleberry in here earlier. Miss Tammy. Trying to miss nobody, but I know if I hit the wrong thing on the touch screen, it all goes to shit. KP Heathen. Scat Pack. Rabid Coyote. I'm getting there. Fish sticks. Hey, look at there. I think I got most everybody. And I didn't even hit the wrong button. Hey, man, it's Liberation Wednesday. It's what they say. I don't know. I don't. I give a shit, but I don't give a shit. I totally just get it. I mean, damn, dude. Once I heard about how the whole back and forth, it's like, wait a minute, let's just do this shit across the board. Charge us, we charge you that. Bam, it all works out. It balances. Uh, it's all right. The board got stacked up. That's the worst place to hit me. Shit, you do better hitting me in my body than in my head. Tactical muffin. What's up, morning? Man, it's been crazy. So I got my deadline on the 20th. On the 20th, everything changes. Well, not everything, but a good chunk of shit changes on the 20th. Different focus, different mentality. I just figured I'd get on and see what everybody was up to. I don't think so. It might just be that it's not real sunshiny. I don't think I got a black eye. The missus didn't say nothing about it. She freaked out on that, and of course, then you get the whole, well, don't take a nap, and don't, are you sleepy? And I'm like, man, I don't give a shit. Whatever's gonna happen, is gonna happen. So I did my little, yeah, and I didn't even mean to post the video. I forgot, but see, I don't know how to do all that shit on the phone, man. That phone, hell, I didn't even know how you upload it until Bushido told me one time you got to hit the plus symbol, and I was like, oh, because everything's different. Like I can't comment because I have a Samsung, I guess, but I can't even comment. I can't like a comment. Can't do none of that shit. So whenever I did the thing, I did it for somebody I was talking with, and then for the missus, I was just going to show what just happened, but I didn't know how to post it on my phone unlisted, so it ended up just kind of going out there. So it is what it is. And then the rose, man, I got to set another one this morning. We got a second rose, so now there's two, and it's just kind of cool. I mean, let's see, did I miss anybody? Can't nothing hurt that hard head. Shoot, no. Oh, that's what is that old 50 Cent says? Mini man, mini man. But a lot of shit hit me in the head, from asphalt to ball valves to bats to boards to iron beams to rocks, fist, feet. A boot remover. So it was, yeah. I drank my milk. Did the body good. What's up, actions, not distractions? Mad Shag, greetings from the Ear Coast. Hey, sir, since you're here, I do want to apologize because on your stream one, I think I said something really stupid. I think I didn't even bother going back to look, but somehow my brain just kept sending out these little flashes, going, "Hey, you want to rethink this." And I think I said something like they, I don't know, I just said something stupid, and I just don't. It had to do when we were talking about the getting the distraction, and they stole an election. I forgot how it went, but anyway. And then I'm sorry if I was rude to any of your guests. I get flustered, so all I could say is, "Hey man, chalk me up to the human race, brother." I'm just some things that just it's like the water drop torture, man. It seems like, are you shitting me to this day, really? What are we at? 3 years, 4 years later? 5 years? Alamo. Sorry, don't mean to scream. Hold on. Okay. She's getting better with the barking, but the takeoff running shit, and it's just like, we need to break the habits. We all got habits to kick. No need to apologize. It goes where it goes. Yeah, but and I get it. That's, I didn't figure you were gonna, thing. It just, I guess in order to keep myself in check, I felt like I needed to say that, if that makes any sense. I think that because that's for happened to me for decades. Ever since I kind of have changed, that's a hard thing I think for sometimes people to get. But man, sometimes I apologize, and this is going to sound kind of crude, but I don't really mean it that way. But sometimes I don't apologize for the person's benefit. I apologize for my benefit. It's a way of self accountability. It's like I recognize what just happened. Would I have wanted that like type of a response to me? And so then I'll say, okay, well, I apologize for being kind of harsh. That's kind of where I go with it. Man. So what y'all think about what's been going on? I was going to tell y'all something kind of interesting. I assume y'all have heard about the Doge stuff and the Social Security, man. And apparently, one person in there had like over 400,000 Social Security numbers sent to their email. I'm like, son, you got to be a complete Riri and just like, oh, hey, look, I'm going to email myself 500,000 Social Security numbers. Like, shh, nobody's going to know. All it had to do is change hands, and somebody was going to notice some weird shit. But then again, look at the billions and think about all these years, man. All these years they've been going. They're going to run out of Social Security. We're going to run out of Social Security. How much of that's just been utter bullshit? It's like, no, if you guys weren't stealing so much, we wouldn't be running out. Weird. Was building a 6-foot wood fence around the yard. Upset the 4-foot metal level about where I was working, that bone level, let's say being level headed. Right? I had a dog that would take off for hours whenever she got out the door. I got pissed and I caught her and kept slamming her saying, here. And damn, you were just slamming her on Michelle. Just, oh, yeah. Was that some of the Hulk Hogan stuff, or was that some like Macho Man Randy Savage slamming? Oh yeah. What's my everyday? Oh, that's funny. Um, I mean, I got a knife. I've got. Oh, okay. I can say this. I've got this. So I carry this, which is not a firearm. So we're clear. So nobody needs to come rolling up on SWAT on me or nothing. But that's a 50 cal air pistol that shoots 50 caliber steel balls. But to be quite honest, sir, I've been locked up twice. So the minute I wake up, I'm kind of like surveying around me, and anything is an option. I recognize the nail sticking out of a board, and if I feel like a threat is perceiving, I'm liable to even kind of get shifted where I'll be able to use that nail poking out of that board if shit is affected. Ooh, son, that old Texas flag popped pretty good. And by the way, morning, Michelle. Morning, kiss off. I tried to call, no answer, no nothing. Oh, wait, let me scroll up. I received a letter from some insurance company that said all my medical records and such had been cyber attacked and I should get protection. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even have called them back, Miss Loretta. Not saying how I feel. I will say I want recount and investigation in Wisconsin. Oh, man, Echo, you went there. I was giving people a break, but uh, man, Wisconsin, we need to do a recount. That needs to be investigated. That really, and if that's legit, that just shows where all this batshit crazy conversation has gotten our country. It's kept everybody so distracted on the simple local shit that just in masses they could have done that. But everybody, oh, there's this, oh, that, this, that, and didn't even pay attention what's happening right under your feet. So that'd be a lecture to any Wisconsinite that didn't show up and vote. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. Put that shit in your pipe and smoke it, I think, as the phrase goes. Let me get that glare off. Miss Pamela, morning. Nope, that just kind of added a little bit more. So let's do this there. So I'm kind of using the shading of the limbs as to take the glare off. Miss Pamela, morning, Pamela. I'm assuming morning, Carl. Wolverines. Food rant, savage. He never paid one penny of a child support in 14 years. Did he pay for his daughter's funeral? It's covered up to you. Oh, y'all shut up. What are you doing under there? My God, I got a retarded dog. Rudy, why can't you teach her? Isn't this your role, dude? Aren't you supposed to, like, help with common sense here? I know it's hard, but what in Sam Hill? Sorry. Our new dog is acting retarded. Oh, wow, I had no idea. Mad Shed, yeah, it looks that way. That's what they're saying. They're saying he did, and it was like about 100,000 votes. And of course, there was all this out of ballots bullshit and shit like that. So I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see how well people are gonna take this shit going rolling over. I know we got some shit bubbling here in Texas because we've got a bunch of Islamic type city areas are wanting to pop up, and it's like, man, all that Sharia law bullshit ain't happening here. Gee, Mom Merkel, morning, ma'am. Got to clean my chicken coop. I heard that he won. Oh, well, the last I'd heard was they had said she did. And but then I see you don't hear nothing about the recount because mainstream media and people, you got to wait for that little person to put that up if there's a recount. Camo is sewing. There you go. A stitch in time. Let's see. I'm loving the circus. This is the best show I ever seen. Oh yeah, this is a one and only, baby. This is a one and only. This is history in the making, I gotta say. Some crazy shit. This is one of them Texas cyclone kind of rides where, for the first time, it's like you've seen it. You think you kind of know, but then you're kind of start on that ride, and it's like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be like this. And just hold on, buckle up, Buttercup. I've saw somebody, there was a channel, and he was griping how Trump said he was anti-war and he ran on anti-war, and look at he's picking fights. It's like, dude, he ain't picking fights. He's just retaliating. It just that he ain't wasting time. It's like, okay, you little freaking ass hooties, you want to keep firing your rockets and shit? Then here, and it's like now, it's and then it makes people second guess themselves, and it's sometimes you got to smack the living shit out of somebody to get them to listen. I will say I heard the most interesting thing. I mean, I knew, that he had like Trump had bought Mar-a-Lago, and I'd heard the story about it, but was willed to the government, and but I didn't realize what a player he was. He so that whole damn, now I went blank on her name. Anyway, the lady who wanted the whole place done up, and then she dies. She wills it over to the government. The government's got it. And anyway, short version, long story. When the government's trying to sell it, uh, they were kind of like the offers were around 20 million, but just to show you, I think they were against him even back then in a way, because he offered the government $50 million for Mar-a-Lago, and they turned him down. And so he was like, oh, really? Well, then F you. So he goes to the guy who owns Kellogg's, and that guy owns some property right there by Mar-a-Lago. And so he bought that property from that guy, and then he went and got permits to build this house area that would have landlocked Mar-a-Lago and basically killed the value of it. He ends up getting it from the government for $7 million because of that. And I'm like, see, this is even way back then, dude. That dude was just, he understood the game. It's like, okay, if you're going to smack me, then I must smack you in this way. How's this? And I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. Way back then, even. I was hoping you at April Fool's come on a good one, Emma. I was rooting for you. Maybe next year, right? Oh, it's fine. Shit, I've been hitting the head by worse. Hell, I've even had a car throw me in the air and I landed on my head on the asphalt. So I mean, I'm here till I'm not. Anyway, I just thought that was a hell of a little story. It was like, damn, dude, even way back then. So they wanted 20 million. He offers 50 and they turn him down. So he's like, oh, so you think F me? Watch this. No, F you. And it's like, hey, you own that right there? I'll buy that. Okay. Now I'm going to build a big house complex right there. And, well, you cut your access off. Wait, what? Okay, fine. We'll give it to you for 7 million. Not even going to go back to the 20 million or accept the 50 million. No. You've done decided to slap me. You don't get to decide how hard I hit back. 7 million. And it's like, you just got to, I don't know. There's just something about that says that's just too cool. So what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Man, Wisconsin, I sure hope that doesn't come out to be true, because from my understanding, that caused a redistricting and then could potentially lose 2 House seats. Not overly excited about that, because then there's talk that then by 26, Hakeem Jeffries could be Speaker of the House, and this is basically like a Pelosi 3.0. And it's like, ooh, man. Because that will change so much. I mean, then it'll be gearing down then. Them Apple phones are next. The Apple guy is a Dodge dude, too. Well, he's already, they're investing. I forgot what their number is, but they're investing in an AI data center. Oh yeah, too bad, old Bonnie. I don't know if. Damn, now I forgot that sound. I don't know. Maybe some of these brain licks do matter after a while. I don't know. Damn, I forgot the name of that damn town. Anyway, there's an area up there that there was a big area bought up. It'll be a power station. Did that stock market crash yet? No. I hope so. Get her done. You do know the 401k is in the stock market too. Stop wishing for others' demise. It looks bad with me. Oh, I ain't got, man, I don't know no shit about no stock market. So that is whatever that is, man. I mean, that ain't my game. I ain't got no monkeys in that circus. What's up, covered by CQ? How are you across the pond? It's been heavy rain here for several hours. Oh man, we don't really need the rain. Man, that's the board that got me. I'm trying to get set up in a little spot over there so I could put the weight thing together. Because man, I got to get that done by the 20th. I don't care where I'm gonna. If I just end up setting it up in the freaking ass living room, I'll do it if that's what it takes. But come the 6th, that on the 20th, that's it. Everything changes. I'm gonna every day. I'm exercising. You know what I told the missus yesterday? We were talking when she came home, and I go, I've been thinking, Lily, it's so weird that we screw ourselves when we get older, and we mentally jack ourselves because when you think about it, when you're young, like especially the younger you are, the more it applies. But you literally had to make yourself stop for 8 hours to get 8 hours of rest. And then over time, from being little to getting older, you go from, I don't want to slow down, man. Do I have to lay down here? Do I have to lay this long? Okay, I guess I need to get this. And then somewhere you brain jack yourself and you get older, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I worked 8 hours today. Oh my God. And it's like, wait, how did that shit happen? We went and we went from running up trees, riding bikes down the creeks, or building shit out in the woods, deer stands, spending all day sweating, laughing, joking, barely napping for a few hours, getting up the next day and doing it. But somehow you fast forward like 30, 40, 50 years, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, dude, this is. And it's like, what the hell, man? What the hell happened? Why do we brain jack ourselves? We like tell ourselves. All them granny flipping the bill for their underforce has monkeys in the circus. Oh yeah, 420. I sleep less now than I did when I was younger. I don't rest. I haven't slept, but then that's I kind of had a weird start to my young adult life. It was constant noise and lights and shit. But yeah, it's like I told her going, you think about it when you're working, and so you've got this regiment, and especially when you got kids, so that's part of you got this regiment, and it kind of keeps you going, and then you can retire or for whatever reason you stop that routine. And I think that's where the demise starts because then you're not circulating all the blood and the cells through your body. You're not flexing your muscle structure. You're not You're not putting your body to work so that it'll produce and repair itself, and which is a self-sustaining system. Instead, you just kind of go into cruise mode. And I told her, going, I think that's why. Oh my God, Isla. I thought, yep, she's fucked. Okay, I'm just gonna. Sorry, you guys. You just need to talk amongst yourself. It appears her ass just got hung up in the fucking bird netting. So I'll be right back. Sorry. Holy shit. You're retarded. You're freaking ass retarded. I swear to God. Okay. I don't know how damaged up the netting is because I think she just chewed her way out of it, but I could see her while she was like, paw was hung. And hey, I wonder if that's my son's friend. I used to work 12 or 18 hours a day, come home, cook, clean, sir, and now just getting out of bed is a great day. I know, and I'm not saying that, people don't have physical things that make it harder, but it's when you think about it, man. I mean, we went from being the kids that wrecked the bike or fell out the tree, and you got the cast on and you're like, oh, that's cool as shit. So you didn't focus on that, or else maybe that was just me. I don't know, but I thought that was most people. I'm assuming. I guess that's what that does for me, assuming. Uh, but it's just like, but then you somehow we go into, and I just don't. It's so weird how it looks. I don't know. Thank you, Mr. Rudder. Catches his dogs. Good to know, right? Scat back. Well, it must have freaked her out and chilled her out enough because I think this is the first time I've ever seen her just like lay down and chill. So I guess that panic mode of, oh my God, what the hell has got me? It struck a nerve because her ass just now is laying down, and that's usually a first. I guess that'll show her what for. Canadian, northern brother from another mother. What's up, bud? Quietly peeks in, waves. Good morning. Oil, silver, and gold going up. Dollar index falling already this morning. Gold is going to the sky. Yeah, I got none of it. So no investments, no stocks, no gold. I'm not an ultimate prepper. I'm a make doer. I adapt at the moment because I'm capable of doing anything. So I mean, I'll figure it out. I ain't sweating it. When the grocery stores ain't got the food, then I got chickens, I got eggs, I got neighbors that have cattle. There's deer, there's hog, there's fish, and if it gets so bad, there's an artesian lake there, and there's a river creek running from it right on the other side of that tree line. Oh, you can't see that tree line. That tree line right there. My gold was purchased at around $840 an ounce. My silver was around 816 to 17. Oh, there you go. What's up, Eric? Yeah, I just things are because I think things are going to be rough. Maybe for the country too, but I do in my own world. I think things are going to be pretty rough this year, and I think this year is going to precedent for. I think next year is probably going to be a really, really rough year for me individually. I ain't talking on a country thing, just personally. So it is what it is. And I'm just that way though. Knowing it going in, then I ain't just gonna sit back and let it roll. I'll go ahead and try to face what I can as I can. Blackbird, good morning. If you got your shit in order and not sporting debt, you can ride the rapids and survive. Yeah, I mean, I we like being able to get the stuff. It might sound it's like toilet paper. You know what? I still got stacks of cloth diapers in there. And while it's not the most exciting thing to do, and it's definitely cool that we have evolved and moved on from that, but there is them good old fashioned days where you just kind of, wash your nappy ass and then you go wash the stuff out and hang it up to dry and you use that again. There was a time. So it be what it be. Allah, 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 Allah. God dang that stupid dog. Allah, Allah. That's all I need is she goes making that ass drunk, get all nervous, and hell, that drunk had already accused Rudy of being all around his yard and shit. And I'm like, whatever, dude, you can kiss my happy ass. Step right over that line and we can continue this conversation. Otherwise, just shut the fuck up. Pardon the French. Pardon. Excuse me. It happens every now and then, though. Isla, get over here. Isla. Thank you. Now just lay your ass down or I'll put your ass in the bird netting. Do they make cloth diapers for geezers? Well, I mean, they make a piece of cloth. And if not, there's always uh, oak leaves and pine needles. And I wouldn't use pin oak leaves, though. That's you just might as well go on and use your hands at that point. Them things are too little. Get you some magnolia leaves. See, I think that's the thing is I know what I could do it. Does that mean you wanna? No. Does that mean that you look forward to it? No. But just knowing that I can. My God, I survived in an 8x10 with no fucking lights or nothing, with just a damn peanut butter jelly sandwich every 2 days. So yeah, I can make do. What's up, devil dog? Morning, you mother clucker. Time will come again. Remember, learn the old ways and you'll survive. Right? Where's the Sears catalog? I don't know. Just about anybody that got anything for me during that whole little auction thing don't hardly talk to me no more. Shut up and have beer, rescue. It's a hard work day. It's cloudy. Hello, hello. What's up, Cherokee? I don't do no beer. Beer's, I don't know. I taste that shit now, and then I wonder how I did that when I was young. It's like that shit just kind of I don't know. It really ain't all that. I have thought about starting to just do me I don't know. I don't really want to do wine, but I've thought about trying to do like a shot of an alcohol or something once a day. Because I gotta say they say that that's good kind of for your bloodstream and stuff. So that's no medical information for anybody else. I'm just sharing my own thoughts. The chat room before rescue. Well, actually, you done said something to me, so it was me before the chat. So you fucked that up. Cherokee. So how was the meetup up there? Was that what did y'all have a blast? I bet y'all did. D Dog, you want the link? Somebody wants to come up, just let me know. I just don't want to repetitively post the link. That's a busy day with Easter on your birthday. Yeah, I don't know if I'll see Little Man on that day or not. I'm not quite. I guess I need to. I'll ask my son. I'm because right now it's Fridays and Saturdays, and that's only if my son comes over here. If he's already got plans, then it's like might not even be that. You know. I only enjoy one beer. The Ferndale next door had a cold one for me when I was digging my pond. Oh, there you go. Still looking at getting a Jeep Cherokee painted white and name it Elizabeth. Too bad for Pissy. Can on my way to town. Roger that. Yeah, I just thought I was taking a break. Got another pile started. Been cleaning out the whole area. That's where the whole board incident came from. Was moving the shit on the scaffolding and all them boards. And we had a mishap with the seeds, so I'm fixing to have to start those all over again because we had those little bitty tray things on the handrail, but I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to leave it with they got knocked off. How that happened, I'm just it doesn't matter. It happened. That's kind of I've decided that's just the way we're going to go with that. I reckon. Anyway, those little things fell. Well, then damn, all that shit's just dumped out onto the ground, and I don't know where the seeds are. Trying to find them down in the grass, and so it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm starting all over. So I'm gonna start all over. I did go this time, 2025 Ghost Meetup. He didn't post a rescue, so I repair houses in North Carolina. Man, run to Plain Zone to Kannapolis. I think Papa's Farm say no go also. So I hadn't seen Papa's, so I was kind of wondering how he was doing, how his son was doing, because that's last I had kind of heard was after that hurricane, his son was okay, but apparently was like blocked out by one of the bridges being washed out, and I don't remember. And that's just one of them people I don't hear from no more. Got limbs falling from trees again with wet, heavy snow and ice. Oh wow, Echo. How's work, Shad? Are you kind of digging it? You get your groove on. Hey, what's up, Broken Patriot? Congrats. So you're a Paw Paw 2.0. Morning, coffee first. How are you, ma'am? Yeah, I hadn't seen Jeep in a little bit, in a minute or two. It's Isla, Isla, Isla. God damn that dog! I swear. Damn that dog. I was gonna try to swear. What do you say? That makes granddaughter number 5. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't get to see my granddaughter no more. Well, she come down for my grandson's birthday. I don't know if they're going to try to come down for mine or not. So got to do something with this damn tree. He does, second, third shift. Holla, holla. I need to get a rain gauge. Oh, so what did autocorrect say, Coffee? Contracts? Well, it's kind of about the same, ain't it? You got a new contract to be a popo. Had to move the fire pit so I can have a bonfire for spring cleanup of the yard. We lost a lot of limbs too. Oh, I bet. She was 6 pounds, 14 ounces. Woof. So all you got are girls, right? I'm thinking a hot bath. There you go. Oh, that's one thing I'm going to do too. Once I figure out the weight thing, then I'm finally going to hang the damn hammock up. And it's funny because I think I've had that hammock for probably 20 years or better. And then it's just been wound up and stood always. And I just take it. I'm going to hang that up. Never, because I just worked. And then after I met uh, Hutch on YouTube, then I saw his and I was like, I need to hang my, and I put it off now. And I've decided that that's part of my thing. It's part of the change. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to get up in the mornings. I'm going to eat my breakfast. I'm going to think good stuff. I'm going to get my body moving with some exercise, my blood flowing, and then I'm going to address the day. There's a person on TikTok that all he does is auto correct videos. Yeah, I can't bring myself to do that program. Yeah. You know, I I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. So I ain't debating any of these biblical detail type things, but that's just my belief. And so, and in that, part of that is, God said that man's gonna live for 120 years. And that just kind of rang to me, and I'm kind of like, yeah, why don't we? It's because of what we do. And then that just caused me to look, and I'm like, man, I'm 60 years old. Technically, I'm only halfway through this little journey on Earth. And so that's where I'm going at it with. You know, I'm only half my age. That's the way and then when that changes, he'll take me out, and that'll be that. Remember those ice bucket challenges? My yard is one huge slushy right now. Of course, I make slushy angels. My next hot flash. I love doing crazy old lady. Damn echo. Same. I have a Facebook. I mean, where else can I put all my dad jokes? Well, I had Facebook from way back when I had my computer shop. Then I got on Facebook because people were doing all them games. So I'd know what problems they were having, what was probably causing them, and all that good shit. And then now I just do it because just did that account never went away, and then I participated a little bit, and but I just the more you go to Facebook, the more you don't want to go to Facebook, or at least for me. And so now I only go when she goes, "Hey, did you see that on Facebook? I sent that to you," and I'm like, so then I go click on Facebook, and I go, "Oh yeah, okay." Click. I do X. I like the X kind of. I mean, I don't post there. I'll share a post, but you can slowly kind of refine. Just like I'm just watching like the Army and the Navy, Marines, the Air Force, those departments. You know, Department of Defense, Homeland Security. You can kind of follow then, and because that's becoming their thing, man, they'll post that shit up before they say it. So, Echo, if you do record it right, keeping the neighbors side-eyed and standoffish, I'm happy. Well, I can hear it. Somebody flying over, and then apparently somebody mowing. I try, mostly succeed, to only read jokes and positive. I can scroll fast. I check messages in the morning, but not a Facebook looker. Sure, do you want Merkel? You probably are doing both right now, aren't you? Damn, my tree is shitting on me. Got them little bead things, little seeds, or whatever you call them. Shit falls down and gets everywhere. Don't start. You hear me? Just don't even start. I do like to post my joke of the morning every day. Should start funny. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Get back over here. Stop it. Just sit it. Chill. That cracks me up anyway. I love watching that shit. You gotta love watching somebody push mow. I don't know. I guess what is that? Quarter acre? Half acre? Probably a quarter acre. Kind of get a kick out of that in a way. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And yeah, positivity is the way to go, man, because especially in the world nowadays, there's already so much bullshit in the mix. You start your day off with already some stinking thinking. That stinking thinking will get you every time. Hey, what's up, Snooks? Good morning. I used to push mow a quarter acre. Yeah, well, see, if I saw you push mowing a quarter acre, then I would have empathy. That particular quarter acre, I would enjoy watching them out there with clippers having to hand cut them. Couldn't be a nicer person. Reap what you sow. So see, it'd be different, man. My buddy that was into trees, that did a lot of tree cutting. Well, actually, both of them are dead. The second one was a younger one, though. Man, he just accident in the twinkle of an eye. I gotta come. I gotta come up with more funds to keep these guys here. Hey, what's up, Oops? I just dragged the push mower behind a four wheeler, but the 25-year-old four wheeler died. It's only about 1,700 acres. Oh damn! That's you need you a Massey Ferguson or an International. What's up, Song of the South? Good morning, fellow American, you mother clucker. Oh, you mother cluckers. Yeah, my tree guy's gone, so now I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to tackle this. I'll actually show y'all that tree here in just a minute. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I gotta say, I laughed and told the missus that. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna show you something, but I'm gonna tell you now. Once you see it, you can't unsee it." So we came out here, walked her over, pointed up, and then I said, "You see that?" She followed it up, and she went, "Oh," and I went, "Yeah. Look where that half's gonna go." And it was like, "Oh, damn it." And then she started going, "Oh, F you." And I said, "What?" And she goes, "I can't forget it now. I can't unsee it." And I go, "I know. Once you see it, you can't unsee it." I think lightning must have hit the tree. Or lightning hit the root system through another tree or something. Because it looks like it took some damage up in the center core, which goes up to the first branch that comes off, and that's where the split is going to happen. All these contractors are nice to look at, I admit, but they are divorced with kids, so looking as far as I can go. Damn, that's funny because I used to hear guys say the same thing. I used to hear the contractor saying that about the people in the area of the customer. Got to go grab something downstairs back in 5. Yes, ma'am. Hey, morning, Tiger. How are you on this fine morning? Liberation Wednesday. Plus, I think if you're a female looking at male contractors, isn't that the same as Chippendales? Anyone seen Tuck lately? No, oops. I haven't been on. Need some 50-watt coffee. Oh wow, that's totally not my cup of tea there, Cherokee. Ain't no liver sandwiches for me, especially not for breakfast. I'll be damn. I can't stand liver. It just always tastes chalky. Rescue, where's the Moose Man been? I have no idea. Contractors have clothes on. Well, sometimes. Nope, Chippendales is all gay and pants aren't part of the show. Eric says, I've never posted anything on Facebook. Talk to a few people and sell on Marketplace. That's it, nothing else. There you go. Where'd the old man go? There he is. Ain't no liver sandwiches and for breakfast for me. I'd be damn. Moose Man is round all American prepper. I know that I think at one time Moose said something about knowing his family or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I done figured out. I know my lane. I don't worry about the cars in the other lane unless they're coming into mine. It's kind of like enjoying the ride. Get on the two wheels. And God, I so miss that. Maybe one day, or at least get on a three wheels. But I gotta say, man, I'd love to go for a ride. I do that. That would be cool. Now, see, I could do meetups like that. I gotta say, I could do that. I'd gladly ride a trike, and just pull one of them little trailers, camp out. I could do that. I almost wish I had done that when everything went south. Not all my adventures are gay. Not that I would know. Oh well, I don't know. That just kind of came out as pretty well experienced there, Schnooch. That's all they need to cover their package. I'm a big new. I have so much stuff I'm needing to put on marketplace. These crystals need to be figured out for prices. What kind of crystals? See, I don't know, man. I just don't. But then again, we're not in a heavily populated area, so I think that's most of the time. I don't know. We don't need no Facebook. With her having a Facebook, and then all with her, good God, reunions, and all these people are intertwined, and if we got to get rid of something or something. Like I sold a few things uh, that I put together and makes trying to make some money, and I dug out these damn tires, and I figure I got four Chevy center caps from an '05. So I figured they are somebody ought to be looking for those. My friend told me, sure, Snooks. Well, hopefully y'all were friends. Unless it didn't go well, and then it might not have ended friendly. I don't know. It's one of them open for interpretation kind of thing. Expensive crystals, them rock crystals people pour money into. Have no idea. I don't put no money into crystals. Rescue go to Hippie Fest in Salisbury. Oh, I don't mind. I'd like to do like the Ohio meetup, the North Carolina meetup with those. And if there's, another with, oh man, what's the one that Grumpy and them? Anyway, but no, I don't want to do no meetups like those meetups or rallies. My God, those days are long gone. I don't do good in those environments. Just like I don't do bars because I don't do good in those environments. That's like flashback syndrome. It changes my personality extremely. Song of South Rescue. I found in an old box lapis lazuli, a rare gemstone which only comes from Afghanistan, and they aren't very friendly nowadays. Ah, Midwest preparedness. There you go. Thank you, Rabbit. What's up, Grumpy? Was just talking about you. Well, actually, just mentioning you. And then Rabbit remembered it was Midwest preparedness. I was talking about if I had a trike and had one of them little trailers I could pull behind, I could do that, man. Getting that Isla. God dang that dog. Isla! Man, uh, see, I get so flustered that I'm trying to figure out how to manage these moments. because I don't want to have to do the punishment that I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to get a damn shock collar for her ass, and I don't want to because I don't like that kind of shit. That's why I don't believe in cages. I don't like that shit. I don't like the confinement. I don't know. Hippies Fest is a dancing, drinking, mushroom, smoke, 3 to 4, 7. Oh yeah, got no desire for all that kind of perversion there, Cherokee. Hell, you can look around and see already how lost the general public is right now, much less going into the perverted side of things. That's why I say I don't do any of those rallies and meetups and gatherings. You need a proper track, one with a VW back end and a full bench seat. Actually, I used to have a friend that built those, but he's passed, and his partner I don't think is doing it anymore. Yeah, there was one sitting at one of the older people that used to live here. His kids, I seen that truck sitting in there, but I think they might have gotten rid of it. But it had an old 1600 dual port on it. I had two paper clips and a pipe when I showed up. When I left, I had 4 pipes, no paper clips, and a tab for later. I love the old hippie vans, the old VW vans. Hell, man, I could go with one of them old. Remember the old Chevy Good Time vans? Those are pretty badass. My dad had one of those for a while. Had the whole back end that was like the U-shaped couch with the table, the refrigerator, had the lights up top, the TV, all that shit. Be riding in those big old air ride captain chairs. Now some dogs like kennels. Well, yeah, Blackbird, that's her thing now. She likes her kennel. I'll say that because that's where she does feel secure. She feels like, okay, now I'm in my little cubby hole. And it's sad, and she's slowly getting used to where she kind of just lays out now. But yeah, because man, she comes from deep in the hood, and under abuse scenario, my son actually rescued her, kind of like in confrontational style. Him and a friend, he took her, and the friend got another one of them. Where Rudy's just the opposite. He got rescued, but he got rescued so little that he came here and he ain't done. He don't know nothing. He don't even know he's a dog until nowadays. A shaggin' wagon. There you go. If this van's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Right? Dual Solex carbs. Yes. Hey, but man, you know what? You know what's really cool about Volkswagen Bugs? I mean, I can't do it nowadays, probably. I doubt. Especially, well, okay, no, I know I can't now. But dude, I went to work on the engine. I literally dropped the motor mounts, had it on blocks, undid the motor mounts, and then literally grabbed the bumper and picked up the VW and walked forward and set it down on the other side of the motor. And another fun thing about well, two more fun things about having a Volkswagen Bug, at least up here in Redneckville. VW Bugs on a deer trail, son, they do pretty good across them little mud holes and shit. Because with that floor pan the way it is, it just scoots and slides. You just hit it fast enough, and it just goes like a skipping rock. And another benefit to one was way back in the day when they were having these little waves of all these little these little tire thieves that were going around, and they were using a floor jack and bricks, and they would jack up a car, they would take the tires off, and then they would drop it, and they would kick the front up, and then they would steal those, and they would just load up truckfuls of people's tires and wheels. But nobody wanted to jack with the VW Bug. They were like, it's like, I know, it's a little orange thing. It looks atrocious, but man, that little fucker will run. Used to freak people out with that thing, too. They'd think, it's a Volkswagen. It's like, okay, you just don't understand mechanics. That's a 1600 dual port. Pretty much it's a Porsche engine. It's just in a VW. I had a custom VW bus. I wish I still had. Oh, I know. You guys are very top heavy. The heater don't work before it gets too hot, and it's too easy to fill with smoke. You don't need no damn heater. Those were the good old days. I guess the lizard isn't that the lizard's mating thing when they do their little head like that? Isn't it because they're like trying to send a signal to another one? I just watched one over there on the chicken coop. He is profiling. A 54 Volkswagen. What's up, Brony? Morning. Cool. The lizard dance. VW bugs make green trouble. Oh yeah, man. They used to remember them damn conversion things back in the day. The little dune buggy kits, and man, I remember when those came out, and it was like, oh, check that out. Look, fiberglass, man. This is so cool. Now our shit's made out of plastic. They pour molds for the fenders and shit. Mine was an old 64 Baja 1600 dual core. Big Stinger exhaust. And they went on their Porsche jugs. Fun little things. I know, man. And you could just sit right out there. I sat in an apartment complex. And hell, I rebuilt the motor right out there. Made buggies with VW with twin 4 barrels and exhaust. Blue 5. VW punch bug was sweet. I love bug. Oh, yeah. You got Herbie. Oh, Herbie. Let's see. What was Herbie's number? 53? There's a trivial question. I think Herbie's number was 53. I did put the external oil cooler on mine. Did much better after that. I think I'll get down on my hands and knees and scrub floors today so I can get ready to paint them. Oh, look at you. So what are they riding now, Blackbird? Are they wooden floors? And are you painting them or staining them? Yep, 53. I thought so. See, sometimes my brain works. Sometimes it accesses one of those still validated brain cells and goes, oh, yeah, you still work? Cool. Hey, yeah, okay. Rights home. But see, in Texas, you don't really worry about the heater. Heat is not one of the things we're lacking down here. And if the AC back then, if you didn't have AC, you just needed the wing windows. So you reach up there and crack them wing windows, and then you just go faster. The faster you went, the cooler the air. And if you made a turn and got behind somebody on the back road, then you kind of had to close your vent thing. Otherwise, you'd end up with dust all in your face. We got the thunder. Oh, yeah, shit, man. It's 85 degrees yesterday. It's supposed to be like 85 degrees today. Hell, I was going to wear my muscle shirt this morning, except I wanted the pocket so I could put my vape in it. 3/4 inch plywood that someone painted off white shows everything. Oh, wow. Damn, too bad you can't get you like a roll of that linoleum and just lay over the top of it. Well, I mean, you could, but I'm when I say too bad you can't, it's just because I always approach things from the poor perspective. So, well, I wonder if you kind of stained it, if you scrubbed it and got it real clean and dry, and then stained it. Okay, battleship gray. There you go. Put you some port windows for a kitchen window and stuff, and then be like you were. It's like you're in the hull instead of in the kitchen or in the house. You'll be in the hull, in the galley or whatever terms. I don't know shit about no boats. I know it's better if they float. I try to avoid them if at all possible. It's kind of like airplanes. Matter of fact, I don't even know that there would be a cause for me to get on a plane. I think if I was even enclosed in a big fire and there was one little landing strip and they could land a plane and pick me up, I think I would go, no, just fly over and drop me a shovel. And then I would just start digging to dig me a hole and then cover up. I just don't. I got no desire to be on a boat. Now, going out here on the lake's one thing, but I got no desire to be on no big boat. It's 44 here. Dang, nice and cool. Oh, my friend had a rabbit. If you lean forward going down here, you could. Yep, rescue those days are hopefully over for me as well. I still dream of those days and endless nights. Yeah. Well, and I don't know song if it's just because of that though, because you got to also remember that being a Jeep, because they got the Jeep clubs, and I know like around here, son, these people are like, I don't know, they're their own little version of groupies, kind of like a Harley Davidson thing and all that shit. What? No, just lay down and chill. I don't know what the hell you think you just saw, but you did not see what you thought you saw. Just lay down. I don't want to hear it. Don't start. God dang, this dog is just like on my last nerve. I'm telling you, man, I ain't had a barking dog in 30 years. Unless there was like a direct reason to bark. Rudy, don't do that shit. Now this thing. Oh my God. Did you see that leaf move? Anyway, because around here, man, the Jeep clubs, I guarantee you, if I said something about it, somebody's just going to come and snag any Jeep part up and they stockpile it. So I don't know. I can ask. I could ask around here. I know we got a few of them right around here. The largest ship I've ever been on is an aircraft carrier, which is pretty much the largest ship built, isn't it, Blackbird? I mean, that's kind of like a floating city. 59 degrees, light rain weather. No rain, we got rain. Be right back. Got to go take care of animals. Right on, Tiger. She comes back. I need to ask her how she's been feeling. I forget. You kind of get caught up in other shit. My son sold his '78 Jeep pickup a couple months ago. 5,000 for it. See, that's what I'm saying, man. And it was probably what, Rabbit? And I'm not insulted, but what a '78. So if you just went off of general stuff, that'd probably be maybe a $1,500, $2,000 vehicle. But it's a Jeep pickup, and it changed in the way everything is. Man, boom. An '88 Cherokee 4x4 5 speed. Okay. Well, I'll ask a couple people around here that got Jeeps if they know of anything, and then I also have a couple of wrecker friends. Or I see, I use that word. I'm so used to using that word, and it's really not like that. It's just people I know. Okay, now I can save out what that is. An '88 4x4 5 speed. I used to love the mural vans. I always wanted one and to paint my own mural. I know, right, Mad Shed? Weren't those the things back in the day, man? We could go down to Texas Jam and you'd people that have like Conan and shit, the barbarian painted on the side. Oh, Steve Miller Band, that album with the white horses, they'd have those painted on the side. It was badass. Those were the days. Those were the days. It even had the original Jeep optional topper. I think I sent you a picture of it. Oh, okay. I did have axles, so all I have left is a rear housing and a set of 5 through 8 gears with bearings with no axles. Welcome back, Eric. William, I'm a day late and a dollar short. That sounds like the story of my life. William says the Dana 44. Guy that bought it sent some pictures of where he restored. It's badass now. Oh, there's somebody right around the curve over here. Uh, One day I might see. Oh, oh man, it's lifelike. Damn, that's lifeline headed south. That means just headed down towards Houston, and so more than likely, like, oh, hey, did y'all enjoy that ride? Sorry, that's why I put the warning label about buckle up, Buttercup. See, we never know what's going to happen. Um. Anyway, yeah, that means they're usually going down to the medical center, which is you might arrive still kicking, you might arrive and get revived back to kicking, or you just might arrive DOA. Rescue, it's a Dana 35 axle with a lift kit. Never had a van, but been in a few. You know the ninja in Chuck Norris movie called The Octagon? He passed away. It was Richard Norton, teacher of the stars of the movie and the martial arts. Oh no, and you know that's the thing. A lot of them are getting to the thing. It's like we just had old Val Kilmer pass. That's what's sad about reaching this level. Kind of get here, and well, all the people you grew up with and looked up to and stuff, they're dying off or they're already gone. And you're like, man, shut up. Shut up. I don't like them either, but shut up. Do you see me running at them? Don't do it. Don't do it. If you make me start screaming, hey, hey, I'm talking to you. You might want to pay attention to me. I'm the one that's going to thump you in the fucking head. I don't like them, and if I can sit here and tend to my own business, you can sit there and tend to your own business. If they step over that fence, trust me, it'll be a race to see which one of us gets to them. Richard Norton, 75 age. See, in the twinkle of an eye. I should look it up, Richard Norton. That's sad. Damn buffering. Just do a Dana 44 swap on your Jeeps, huh? Well, thank you very much, Kiss Off. I, I will say I don't know. So I've never heard of that stuff. A non-tobacco tobacco. I've never heard of such, except for well, the only other version, which isn't exactly widely talked about in Texas. So yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. I can't believe it. You know what? And it's a trip because you sent me that, and I'd already kind of went. I think I'm going to go ahead and get it, and I just got sidetracked for just a little bit before I ended up back in there, and then all of a sudden you sent me that, and I was like, well, I'll be damned. Rescue, he's going to think his new name is no bad dog. Oh, it's a her. And her name's Isla, and I use it because the only other word that comes to mind is a B word, and I don't want to say that, so I choose not to. I don't fly. If my truck stalls, it won't fall a mile. Quit smoking 2 years ago. Don't miss it at all. Right on, Canadian. Hey, what's the weather like up there, Canadian? Are y'all done snowing and stuff? Haven't I thought about it? He knew seven style and rank number one in weapons of Asia, three martial arts. You know. Yeah, I wish I could remember who, because it might even have been him way back in Cherokee. Because I don't know, I did Taekwondo and stuff back in the day, but man, I don't know. And then just life took on a whole nother turn. Oh, my fire sign. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. The red, white, and blue. Here you go, SOS. Look at this product I found. So, Song of the South. Jim Murphy says when you become American, you'll have to restart because Americans aren't quitters, right? cold. May get freezing rain tonight. Oh, damn it. What's up, Wild Dragon? Couldn't happen to a nicer person. See, sometimes, and that's the bad side of me. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's probably not the most positive thought, but you see some people pushing that mower, and you're like, yeah, this is like poetic justice. That's what you get for being a horse's ass. That particular individual a long time ago, uh, her kids were over here just destroying the shit out of the tree that my mom had planted. And I come out and I said, hey. Well, they just wouldn't even answer me. And then their dog started to come at me. And I said, I'm going to tell you right now, that dog comes at me and I'm going to kill that dog. Oh, son. Jumps out, runs, and gets her out the house. She comes out like a Karen, man, waving that phone. I'm gonna blast you. I'm gonna put you on the internet. I don't care what you're gonna do. You're gonna put on the internet that your kids are over here tearing up my shit, and I'm asking you to keep your kids off of my property. Okay, post up. You suck at being a parent. I don't care. So I just really got no feels, man. I got no feels. I don't wish ill nobody on them. I don't wish no ill, but that don't mean it ain't a kicker when it happens all on its own. That's all I'm saying. Rabbit, my Jeep has 437,000 miles on it. Damn it, son. Get you some use out that deal. Movie. He was in Octagon, Roadhouse 2, 3, Jackie Chan, Force 5. Oh, okay. Man, oh man. Well, Hudson Valley and them will have the We All Gonna Die Wednesday tonight. Ought to make it that we all gonna be liberated today. Supposedly today's Liberation Day. All the tariffs kick in or some shit. It's the beginning of the golden age. Oh yeah, I had the weirdest. Sometimes I have my own, sarcastic, smart-assy thoughts. They come frequently, and for all the people that find association to everything, because you can always look back through anything in the past, and if you just look at the right stuff, you can connect a pattern and create a whole narrative and storyline to it. Anyway, I just thought about because I got to thinking, going, man, I ought to do start my birthday deal at 6 o'clock, either 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. Because then it'll be 4:20. This will be some kind of weird numerology thing, be like woo. Maybe somebody would create YouTube things about it, going, see, I knew. I just keep my superpowers hidden, but because 4:20 is my birthday. Well, okay, you add the 4 and the 2, that's a 6, so that's 60. But I'm going to be 60. And then if I did it at 6 a.m. in the morning, OMG. I wonder if that would trigger a bunch of shit. I'm just saying. You just gotta, if you knew, if you only researched enough, then you would know that it could happen. You just gotta research enough. Hey man, you know what? The only difference between me and most people is I'm on the freaking internet, so I'm the one on the screen. So if I say my little random sarcastic thought, it gets put out. But everybody that sits in chats has their own little sarcastic thoughts, and sometimes they might even get typed. But so that's all. I'm just, I'm only human. Wow, I wonder if I say it like that, I'm only human. Is that going to get me banned in Russia too? Because, see, they don't like that song by that dude. I'm only human after all. And so then that's banned in Russia. So I wonder if I say it out loud, if I'm banned in Russia all of a sudden. What's up, Grumpy? We already have been under tariffs. Every country in the world screws the U.S. with tariffs. Now it's our turn. Right, Rabbit, that's all I'm saying. I just, had you burning down the leaves. Yeah, the wind. I started to maybe fire up that burn pile, but the wind gusts keep kicking in, and I don't know. I err on the side of caution. I guess, I don't know, man. I've just been to way too many, so I don't take it lightly. And this wind started gusting through, and I'm like, see, like, look, there comes a big gust coming, pushing right in. I would feel so bad if I caused shit that then damaged somebody's stuff, because I wouldn't want these damn fools doing shit causing my damage. Hold the applause. I'm back. Windy here too. Yeah. Rabbit, I might burn today. Got about 2 inches. Yeah, see, now that's cool. That's why I burnt that the other day. I actually, I had that covered up with a tarp because of the rain. And then when the rain stopped, that's when I told her, going, you know what, I'm going to light that up, because I felt really cool then, because everything around was just still drenched. To me, that's the best time. Yep. It's whipping it pretty good. The American one doesn't move as much because I think it's closer to that tree, and so that tree deflects some of the wind. It's close enough to that tree, but that tree might not be there at the end of the year. Who knows? I got to deal with this one. I'll have to take y'all over there and show you that mess. Rained so hard it washed all the dirt off everything. The world looked clean on the way to work this morning. I tell you what, man. Sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of, it feels fresh, and you get a crisp kind of air down here after a good rain. All that pollen, all the dust, all the shit's been squashed, and you get this nice, fresh, clean smell. And then summertime comes around, and the heat kicks in, and ooh wee, man, you get around the big lake over there, and it can be kind of gnarly because people go to gutting their fish and throwing it on the thing, and then it sits there and it rots in the heat, and you're like, oh my god, the stench. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, All for His Kingdom, and that now Richard Norton was another known name, and he passed away. And by the way, morning, need to go back out and see how much rainwater got collected off my chicken pens collection setup. Redid a few things yesterday. I know, right, Grumpy? Oh wait, if I do that, that's what that means. Although, see, I'm from Texas, dude, so that's like hook 'em horns from UT, or it's rock on from like the good old rock and roll days. But I think nowadays with the internet and the digital age, this is some kind of like, I don't know. Back when we get drunk, it'd be like El Toro. Things have way different meanings now. And I've realized, so what's the deal? Does anybody know when did they, when did all this rhetoric, this talk rhetoric started with all this, damn, what's the word? A concept. No. Construct. Oh, that's a construct. Oh, that's a construct. Well, that's a construct. Well, when did this word become some definition of shit? I just, because I've noticed that like they'll use that with the woman thing when people go, "What's a woman?" and they'll say, "Oh, well, that's just a construct." And or you ask them about this, and no, well, that's just a construct. Oh, that's a construct of white supremacy. Oh, that's a construct of you know European dominance, or that's a construct of, and it's like, what? What is this construct bit? Rock coffee. That's what I'm talking about. That's rock and roll. Or down here in Texas is University of Texas, hook 'em horns. And I don't know coffee. That's why I was wondering. I've just heard that in some of these things like you hear sometimes in those Charlie Kirk when he's dealing with the students and they get to talking. And so it's this. I don't know. It's a younger generation type verbiage. I just don't know what it's. Oh, there you go. Man-made construct comes from Ivy League debaters. Uh, People that ain't done no boots on the ground shit. Gotcha. Squared away. We solid now. Yeah, because I've heard that, and I'm going, what the hell does that mean? It's like, but then they redefine. They got all these made up words, and then they redefine the meaning of other words, and it's like, well, I ain't got time for this shit. And I was just trying to figure it out, seeing what's up. Oh, I'll have to show you all this split tree, or what I think's going to end up being this way. This will be, bro. I can know Kiss Off won't be able to wait until she can watch me try to cut this shit because I think I might try to get me one of those little man lift baskets you pull behind the truck and bring it in here if I can rent one of those. Just got to see what the reach is going to be. It's a big media word right now, talking point bullshit. I think they try to validate that shit by repeating it over and over and using it. Well, that's a construct. What? No, man. Just shut up. Some of this is just common sense. Right's right, wrong's wrong, on is on, off is off. It is what it is. Roll that beautiful bean footage. He's lying to you. The construct is the simulation we exist in. Okay, so the construct is coming from what, a Star Trek perspective or Matrix type perspective? I don't take no pills. I don't even take an aspirin. I'm a free thinker. Hey, maybe if I come up with some kind of logo, maybe in a couple 100 years, then I'll be some kind of like weird groupie dude called the Free Thinkers. Or I think there might have already been some free thinkers. I don't know. I have to look. I don't want to copyright or patent nobody. Infringe. I'm getting close to unplugging, getting quite tired of the BS anymore. Ah, man, it's one thing about YouTube. Well, I think social media. It's not just YouTube. It's social media. It's I think it can pull people in and kind of a false sense of security or you know because you're going to hear and see what you want to hear and see, and so it's and then things it becomes easy. It's kind of like when trying to think about how you it's I, I don't know. There's just so it's like a social environment. It's like around here. You go into a Walmart and you know damn well that that person doesn't like you, but when because you're in Walmart and you're visible amongst people, there's like this image to perceive. So then you'll get the hey Brian, are you? And so YouTube just kind of like or social media because it's the internet and it's the digital platforms. It can pretty much put that shit on steroids, man. And so then you literally gravitate towards your whatever you're into. And if it's I'm so mad, life sucks so bad, rah, then that's what you feed off of. Because if you went somewhere that didn't do that, it's like well, it would make you question that. So you perpetuate it. It's just I don't know. And see, me neither, Rabbit. I'm not. Man, this is these past years right here. Oh, took the blue ride, man. Everybody. I started kind of fresh and it's nothing personal against anybody. I just I realized one day it's like shit, man. I got people that are mods that don't even like me, talk shit about me, and they're mods, and it's like, well, I don't even really who even hangs out anymore, and everybody's modded, and so then I thought, and it does make I think I've been told by outside people, I say outside people that weren't blue, that it makes people feel uncomfortable in so many wrenches, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try it. And I still don't know where it'll end up because I don't really quite know where I'm going. I just know I'm going forward. See now I have checking into Rolinoleum. It's all rescue's fault. Oh, there you go. I tell you, man, that seemed. I mean, because you could do it like a really good way, to where you get you some wood filler and you kind of go through and you fill in the seams and any marks, sand it down, and then when you do it, it's just like man that. Or you can just kind of do. I don't know. It's the Southeast Texas way. People like me, I'm not so picky. So as long as the floor's in decent shape, sweep, cleaned all up, put you a little of the 3M glue down, and roll some linoleum. Construct is postmodern BS that allows the Marxists to destroy existing institutions and beliefs. It makes to me it makes people sound stupid because it's like okay, it reminds me of back in the day when I was a kid. You could always try those kids that tried to sound smart, so they would go grab like a Webster's dictionary and just learn big words. You know, it's okay, Rescue. I've known you before the pandemic. Yep, from way back. Well, and I just didn't know how to sort through anything, so I just said, okay, you know what? Let me start fresh, and we'll just kind of do this. And I don't know, I might even do the rotating kind of thing. I don't know. It depends on how much bullshitters. I don't really get too many bullshitters in here anyway, so every now and then there's a few, but it's whatever. don't need a wrench to be your friend. Hey, thanks, Wild Dragon. I know, man. I trust me. That was my saying was if it's blue, it's you. And but I don't know. It kind of I changed, and so I think it changed for me. What's up, Josh? Yeah, I would still hang when I can without being blue. I'm just usually working when you're on these days, and we're seriously shorthanded. Bright on coffee. Hey, I'm just glad you hang out when you can. What's up, Vaughn Eric? Boy, it's been a minute, sir. Been a minute. I haven't ordered a postal uniform from eBay yet. Yeah, I don't know, man. And I don't know. That's why I just had to. Things just kind of came on to me kind of hard, and that's just the way I am. So all of a sudden, I'm faced with a bunch of stuff, and then I kind of have to I stop and man, I just kind of recessed and have to readjust, and then kind of, and it just kind of dawned on me. Then it's I say God talked to me. I got this overwhelming feeling that it's just like what you weren't created to sit here and whine and mope and dwindle into nothing. You need to get up. Positivity, happiness, encouragement, motivation, these things feed the human body and our soul. They don't deprive it. They don't drain it. Those things they're valuable inputs. So I kind of had to change dynamics. And so that's where the physical stuff comes in, you know. So I got to get physical and I want to clean up my thinking, and I just food for thought. Sometimes people think, a kindness is a weakness. And, I've said it times before. Man, I can give you a hug just as fast as I can punch you in the face. I'm cool either way. I'd rather go with the hug thing, and a handshake kind of thing instead of punching you in the face. And so you don't have to be an ugly asshole, to get a point across. And you don't have to be crude and what was that phrase? Rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. Just to, to fluster, to ruffle the feathers and to be like, ooh, the cock of the walk. And then I don't know, man. And so I just ain't, and so I don't want to focus on all that shit. I don't, that's why I'm not into all this. You, Now, with some people, I love like with Man Shad, man, see, I love talking with him. Roots, I love talking with her because they have their thoughts and that's cool. I want to hear those. I don't want to be lectured. And sometimes if I ever do that, I just want people that are my actual friends to go, hey, Rescue, you're sounding like an asshole. And then I can go, shit, sorry. But, I'm thinking about seeing what states have free camping and doing some overnight or weekend trips this year. Oh, there you go. I need a good recommendation for a spray on dog cleaner. What do you mean, like to spray on the dog? Or to spray on like their bedding and stuff? I mean, because if you're trying to get rid of the like a dog urine type smell and it's in the bedding and stuff, hell, vinegar and water does great. Trying to clean the dog itself, I don't know. I use Irish Spring. Oh, there you go. Hit it again. Hit it again. I'm the grumpy old fart on the front porch, rocking chair, drinking moonshine, and quotation, get off my lawn. to replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Well, that's, you gotta, and I almost hate to say it that way because, there's this whole, I think, sect of religion that kind of does, you can, what is it, you think it into existence. And I'm not sure what their play is, but I mean, it's because it helps your thinking. You think of solutions instead of retracting. So you think to push forward. How do I solve this? How do I get through this? How do I deal with this? And I was going to talk to Mike, Hudson Valley, to see how, if he's okay, because I want to do so. I was thinking about doing some scenarios, but not the Walking Dead type shit, but real life scenarios. Like, you wake up in the morning and your transmission is out. What do you do? You wake up in the morning and the water heater's out. What are you going to do? What do you got the parts? Do you know how to do that? And kind of walk through just everyday shit because I guess that's what, I don't know. I wonder sometimes if people take it for granted that maybe they didn't have to do so much or something, or whatever path didn't take them that way. Because, see, that's what my life has led to me, man. Ever since I hit the ground running as a teenager, shit, I went from the Army, getting in trouble, to come out, and in the blink of an eye, I'm off to the penitentiary system the first time, and that little toilet bowl swirl around, and then I'm flushed out, and nope, I'm still a turd, so in I go again. And it just, man, you learn to adapt so much because life is just changing on a day-to-day thing, and then when the chute finally opened and I was able to coast down, it's kind of like, ooh. So I have a fridge and pantry full of apple pie moonshine, but don't drink it often. Oh, look at you, William. Nikki, which Nikki? Oh, in between. Hey, Nikki. You think New York is common? No, we just like to pretend. Man, I tell you what, dude, they got some crazy shit going down up there. I tell you, but it's in these big cities. That's kind of it's like these Tesla dealerships, man. I don't even understand how just the everyday person is okay with that, even if with regardless of your political thing. So, but that's the level we've reached in society with all the anti-American, anti-family. You know, there's been such a push anti-God. And I get it for even people that don't believe. You know, it's just a foundation of good and bad, right and wrong. That, but there's been such a focus hate put on it that it's polluted with all these doctrines from man and all the greed, and we've just lost our moral compass. And I try not to talk about the kids because, man, I still do not comprehend this shit. If I boy turn me loose on the Senate floor or the House floor, and I want to know where all these damn people are they're old enough. They got great grandkids and shit, and it's like, so you're, man, if you don't care about this, you don't need to be here. That's all I can say. If the shit that's going down with kids doesn't bother you, you don't need to be here. Not if it was up to me. It ain't up to me, but if it was, because kids, man, kids are innocent, dude. Regardless of whatever fucked up life choices you make as an adult, if you're responsible for a child, that needs to take priority. And I love how y'all have waves of people saying, "Oh yeah, I do, I do." And it's like, man, we didn't get here because everybody was acting like a righteous parent. We got here because so many parents dropped the ball. You can blame the education system, but that's some. It's not all. try Atlanta, it's carpetbaggers and fruits and nuts. I'm a capitalist and I don't feel guilty. Well, what would you feel guilty about? Which conversation are you having, Gmo Merkel? Are you bouncing between? And don't forget, live chat are all messages at the top. That way you stay current in the conversation. I've been to Lacona Bike Week. Oh yeah. Don't come to South Florida, it's full. My brother lives in northern Florida. Man, we gotta that's our size is probably gonna be part of our demise. It's starting to look like at this rate. Man, between the cartel villages and now we're getting the Islamic villages with Sharia law type shit. It's like, man, you're just, and I love how they go, well, we have the right to, you don't have the right to step on the Constitution. The Constitution is, that people are equal, which means you're not better than this person just because of this. And he was talking about greed. Remember what you said? Well, greed. Yeah, you talk about, look at all these doctrines, man. And they took a belief in God and Christ, and they have spun so many denominations and man-made stuff off of that, and it's solely for the greed. I mean, look at the preachers and the people in those churches. It's greed. Why would you be where in any of that Old Testament, New Testament? Where were the big bragging of building the big fancy churches? Where was the? It wasn't. I don't know. Hey man, it's just my 2 cents. So I ain't preaching to nobody. I ain't lecturing nobody. So nobody needs to go getting butthurt. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. $45,000 denominations. See, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me a bit. You look at what drives the way. Because see, I get capitalism, but then there is an extreme. It's like everything else. There's a good and bad version of almost everything. And the bad side of the capitalist side is the greed when all of a sudden it's profit over people. But you can help people and still be profitable. And it's proven because here that's what built the country really. So I'm cool with making a buck. I'm a fair. I believe in a fair wage. So I'm not a money maker. I've never fessed to be. Will never will. I'm the dude that literally shows up and you say you're hiring for this particular job. We talk about that job. I go, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. I can do that. We'll do that. I'm game. And then you say, well, how much do you want to get paid? And then I kind of pretty much calculate my cost of living. And I go, okay, well, I need this much because I don't interrupt my household. So whatever that takes, I've done more work for less money. I've done less work for more money sometimes. I mean, I will say people have paid me too much and I have felt bad because I didn't. But see, I try to be fair. I mean, my problem is where the world starts putting a value on knowledge. And that's pretty much what happened. They started treating a degree like it was worth money. Like, wait, oh, so you have a degree in electronics? Oh, well. So then that became worth something, not a hands-on experience or what you could really do. You know. And nowadays it's so corporatized, it's unbelievable. There's no pride in work. There's no pride in the quality of the work. There's no fair wage in the work that gets done. And it still gets sold at the same astronomical price. And I still laugh, and it's like, look at a coffee cup. Coffee cup, same porcelain, same everything, just a different logo on it and a different time in history. And all of a sudden, that cup's worth $50 because it has this logo on it. That's the only reason why. That's still the $4.95 porcelain plaster cup that was glazed and then in black. But oh wait, it has a bar and shield logo. That's automatically white because. And to me, I think see that's where we start going wrong. We are only equal at birth. We all get the same start. Well, yeah, but it's slowly taken from you as we corporatize things, Gmo Merkel, because then you're not you you really like if I decided to make furniture, like I just start okay, I'm gonna make some furniture. I wouldn't be able to sell enough furniture to pay, the cost of living per se. And some of that's my doing, and some of that's the system that we've created. I wish we would go. I wish there was a way to put limitations on businesses. Maybe, almost like they used to do with franchises. I guess they still do. I don't know. Hadn't been around a franchise business in decades. But like a Domino's or a Burger King or McDonald's, if there was one opened up here, then so big of a radius around it, you couldn't open another one because they judge the revenue that you would get from that customer pool. Well, see, they don't care no more. That's why now you go in and there's like hell, every other block is a Dollar General or some shit. Or you got to make like hell. Even here, we had a McDonald's that was at the intersection of the Highway 59. But then when they built the new Walmart, they put a McDonald's in it. So you literally had a Walmart on this side, and then a McDonald's on this side and a McDonald's on this side. And it was like, see, this is. I think most people don't understand economics. Oh, and you know what? I might be totally off. I don't know. It looks like the simplicity of what I've seen in the work experience. I've worked for smaller people, and I've seen the way that they treat the customers and the employees. And then I've watched it as it goes into the food chain. It's like watching promotions. That's why I always say you want to see the character of somebody, they'll go from telling you to asking you. No, I think if you had, like with food, hell, everybody bitches about the food. Well, I'm sorry. Why are they allowed to ship food in, send it to this hub and this hub, and then spread it out over the U.S. And that's what promotes them putting so much preservative in the food. So I get it. You can go, oh well, it's bad, but I think if you got to maybe things ought to be more state made, and then states barter with another state instead of just letting these corporations come in. I'm just not a fan of corporations. I think corporations, they're different, and they're different for a reason because it's just like Hook said, they only care about shareholders and those board members. It's the stupid decision that got made at Bush with the whole trans thing. That was an upper management decision. That wasn't the people actually out there making it. They don't want to deal with all that shit. Auto workers, they just want to do the work. All this upper bullshit. That's what corporates bring. Corporates and unions. Corporations and unions. They're just all they are is they're leeches. They exist off the back of others. I like Mayberry Town's Right Song. That's what I'm talking. I like being able to drive right up here to the local little store and get the vegetables that were raised around here, get the honey that comes from right down the road. You know, if I had the monitor, if I had gotten more of my shit together in my earlier years, then I would even be getting most all my beef locally. But it's just that it's high, and I don't knock them for their prices because they are a small person and they can't compete with the large business that bring in a bunch of fake ass fucking meat. Because there's your corporation for you. Your corporation's the one that brings in your lab grown shit and the cheapest, not the healthiest, but the cheapest and most profitable way to produce this food, and that's what their target is. Where buying local, that's still your people that care about your customers care about the quality of the product that they're putting out. You'll never get a job from a poor person, though. Well, no, it depends on what. See, it's the mentality of the prophet. But see, I don't need to live in a glamorous world. I don't need bragging rights because of money. As long as people are getting food, I mean, what you find enjoyable in your life, why can't we do? Why can't people do like everybody did when they were kids? They found a lemon. They found entertainment with the simplest thing. Everybody is chases the latest and greatest because it's a social bragging right thing. You don't want to be seen holding that cheap ass little phone. You need to have the Apple iPhone. You need, Apple phone 32 or some shit, and and look, you can even see it in the prepping thing in the prepping community. You've got a prepper, but then you got I got more preps. Well, I got a generator. Well, I got a bigger generator. Well, I got this many. Oh, I got this many. So it's a bragging thing. It's not a practicality thing. It's a brag of rights to say I got. To me, I think it's a mindset, and it is a you choose. It's a mindset, just not a mindset for me. That's all. I've probably ruffled a lot of feathers because I have an opinion, but oh well. I watch these businesses. It's like I watch these around here going from hell. The Sonic we had was a family owned and operated. Customer service was totally different. We even did a little test one year with the kids when we took them down to Disney in Florida, and we literally stopped at every Sonic we found along the way and compared the drink flavor and the service and the answering of the stuff. And we were so amazed at how ours stood out. And it was like, oh, wow. Then the husband died. The missus was trying her damnedest, but it was mainly he was the maintenance guy and partner. And so when he passed, she slowly got to and then she sold it. Well, she sold it to a corporation. And it's one of these food chain corporations that go have, 100 of these damn things. And all of a sudden, everything changed. You literally would look in there and you would have like 6 tater tots lined up because that's what the menu said. Your drink, if you wanted an extra, oh, you'd end up, it just totally changed and everybody around here knew it. And that's what actually promoted businesses and some of the other ones. So that's all I know. I just know experiences around here, maybe it doesn't seem the same way in cities and around these bigger populated areas, but around here, you can just like everybody around here remembers when Walmart went 24/7 and they just squashed out the butcher shop, another little meat market, a vegetable produce market that was a look, dude. Do I look like a fucking daisy? Quit buzzing. But everybody around here watched Walmart go 24/7 and literally squash all those places. So to me, that's a representation of corporation versus small business. So that was just and watched it. You can watch it with dealerships. You can watch it with boat manufacturers because we have 2 boat dealers here, and because they are these authorized dealers, then nobody else can open up shop under that actual name. You choose where you shop. So you did. Yes and no. I mean, people are going to go to the cheapest price. And that's what they did. They came in and all of a sudden they undercut everybody. The gas stations, when they did their little Murphys out there, man, people were even shocked at how low it would be. And it's like, yeah, but at some point, and you're right. Don't get me wrong. You're 100% right. Reflection back on that now, that would have been a good time to see people stand up and go, no, you know what? We probably still need to just go over here and get our stuff. And eventually that wouldn't that would have died off. But, it's not what happened. And that's not what happens across the country. Legalized racketeering. Yep. Well, government is just a pool of power. It's kind of like you want to be a world champion boxer, then you ain't just going to get up off your couch and go punch somebody in the face and get that. You're going to go work your ass off to get up there. So it's just like if somebody was into the political power structure, you could get your ass up in there. As long as you're young enough, I guess. Or actually, all the way it looks, shit, you can be fucking 80 years old and get up in there. Oh, I don't buy it. We never have. I've never understood the concept the minute they started offering it. When they opened that grocery shit up, and it was like, wait, you're going to have me. How is that shit working? You're Walmart. You like have the bicycles and fishing poles and shit. How is this working? And so that was from the get go. We've never bought no meat. About the only meat we've ever gotten from Walmart was when we would buy like those Hillshire Farm summer sausages, or it was the product. And even now, we don't even do that shit no more. Hell, I just COVID showed me one thing, and that's that a bunch of money don't give a shit about people, and even poor people don't care about people. So it ain't even a money thing anymore. It's just people don't care. They're going to go with whatever makes them comfortable. If it's Antifa, they're there. If it's the church, they're there. It's wherever makes people comfortable. They just gather in numbers. I'm hoping the Wisconsin thing didn't flip because of just all this bullshit rhetoric that gets taken place on, all the criticism with Trump and the 100 days, and it's all distraction shit. And it's so you're not paying attention to what's happening right under your feet. And that's how these places get in. That's how your cities allow, because they get paid off in the tax money and the building kickoffs, and they allow these places to come in to then change all your coding and restrictions in the area because it changes the classification. And see, that's all that whole bullshit is created over corporation stuff. The meat I get from our Amish stores are far beyond anything. Oh yeah, shit, yeah, dude. If we had an Amish meat place around here and I could afford it, I would gladly. Right now, we do have a local little cattle rancher, and he's not that he's super expensive. It's just that unfortunately, I'm below poverty level. Actually, I was laughing about that, going, my income is actually below poverty level even, and yet I defend my country against people that have money. Ain't that some shit? I'm a broke ass 2-time ex-felon drug addict that lives at below poverty level. And yet I try to find positive in shit. And you got people that got a lot more that think a lot less. Come over sometime and I will take you there. Oh, Blackbird's going to take you there, Rabbit. Taking you behind the woodshed. What's up, old man? What's up, old man? Rudy Roo. Like the old school meat markets where your steak is still moving in the back room. Right, on the south. That's what I'm talking about, man. Because and I've said it ever since Walmart did that. But they pretty much just they squashed them, man. They couldn't. You can't. Because when you're in a small town, if you got 150 customers, and that's what you've had over the last, 3 decades that you've been in business, then all of a sudden somebody comes in and they intentionally undercut you and can do it extremely low, and for an extended period of time you can't survive, you know and that's what closed them down. Because man, I used to love that place, dude. You could go in there and you could go, hey, I could go, hey, my birthday is coming up and me and the missus, I want to do some steaks. And man, you get that perfectly cut, marble cut, slab of steak, and you want a brisket, how you want it trimmed. I mean, you get to interact. And I don't know. And it's sad because that corporate mentality is what's killed. Matter of fact, that's actually, I think, what's killed our ingenuity and our imagination and creativity, our development. Because once you enter into that corporatized mentality, it's not about a better item. It's about more money. So it's not about what's, you know, I don't know. And to be a person then that decides, hey, you know what, I'd rather choose the profit over people, then that's the dynamic. And I mean, it's not like corporate is just one thing. That's what gets me about when people talk about politicians, like they're people. I mean, you just want to know about the doctors that stayed quiet during COVID, people. Lawyers that keep filing all the bullshit cases, people. Politicians that keep scamming hundreds of billions of dollars, people. Corporates, corporations that come in and squash towns, people. So it's because we lost a moral compass. Once you change the structure of the societal pool that you're pulling from, and that's all these cities with all the anti-American shit and all that crap, dude. How bad your country is. Your country's not even yours. I can't believe there's even Texans that say that shit. That cracks me up. It's like, wow, did you not even know the Texas history? But yeah, just I don't know. But you just okay. That's where, well, you get people over here that are going, man. Look at, you got people burning Tesla dealerships down. You got people that are stopping people because they're driving that kind of car. Society is just upside down, so it's no single label thing. That's progress. Yeah, you can say progress. Progress without checks and balances is just a road off the cliff. Some you embrace, some is just kind of it's the only option available. And I made bad choices. I make no qualms about that shit. Oh, if I could reset, which actually I don't know. Hell, I don't know. Man, to do it again and no, that means I don't know if I, but anyway, on point. No, I made bad choices that got me right here where I'm at. That doesn't, I mean, I can accept my flaws. I'm working to change that, but I still can look amongst and see all the shit that was just laid out there. I think Angel Soft is next to Cobb. I like Gucci for the coochie and Cottonelle. So that's what I found here. It's in the middle of nowhere. But see, that's once again, I will say that just kind of feeds into why I don't buy into all this bullshit hanging on all this maritime law. The UK really owns you. It's not the real America, and it's all this bullshit that are called rabbit holes, I guess. But what are you teaching the youth? This is people, and the quality of or the lack thereof, a societal fabric that's falling apart. So do you think it just fixes its fucking self? So what do we teach the next generation? How are we now going, oh, shit, man, this place did get way out of control. Hey, I have a child. Hey, I have a grandchild. Or, hey, my friends, grandkids, hey, you want to hang? Why are we not influencing our youth down the path to betterment instead of just raising them in fear of the big bad wolf? And I don't know, man. That's why I say I'm not a victim of. I just can't think in those terms. So it's like you see where the problem is. Well, now I know. It's like as my little man grows up, I want to make sure he understands, treating women with respect. I want him to understand, America and the men who have died for the country and everything that got put in on what you could say the basic level. And then people want to, all I know is that history there worked for 200 plus years and it built this country. It's only in the last 20 to 30 years all this bullshit has really rose to the top, and it's easy to ride off the backs of millions of others and talk about how shitty it is now when you put no work into building where it's at. You got no ties to that foundation. I don't know. What's up, John McGill? If I make a widget and change the world, and you come along and push me to the side with a better widget, that's fun. Yeah, well, that's a basic way, Gmail, Mrs. Merkel. There, that is a see. That's kind of a yeah. That's on the best case scenario. Son, that wind is kicking out now. That's all I need. Hey, well, that'd be for one hell of a live. Because I got to say, if I start hearing cracking, I'll just spin the camera that way and we can watch the damn thing fall together because there ain't going to be a damn thing I can do about it. I just hope it doesn't take out my computer, man, because I don't think I won't be able to build another one of them. My computer building days are over. Can't afford that shit. That was only when I worked. Oh, damn, I forgot. The chat didn't move. Trying to peek out here, but I'm still producing a fair amount of power even with clouds on. Furious City, this is true. What's up, John? Ding, ding, ding. Are you supposed to get started? Well, there's a chance. We're on the tail end of that sail that's kind of pushing over to the east. I was hoping it would be far enough north of us, but hopefully it's going to clear. Look out for those. Oh, yeah. I ain't out over those. There's still a few widowmakers in that tree that fell. This one here, I guess, could drop something, but hopefully it would hit the building. Damn, John, now you got me being all paranoid and shit. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Got enough of them around here. But see, it's not about that part, GMO Merkel. It would be if, okay, you want to make a better widget than I'm making, so you go into a town and you like hire half the people in that town, so you make a better widget, but it's not really better. It just looks a little better, but it doesn't do anything practically different. And then one day you decide to ship that overseas, so now half that town doesn't have a job. But your business is still there. It's just actually being produced somewhere else. See, to me, that's the corporate thing. And I heard a very good example, and I didn't realize it until I heard this, but we handed the keys over to China. And it was the corporations, it was the big businesses that actually did that. And the country leaderships all did it with glee. It's just that they didn't see it in that narrative per se, but it goes back. I didn't even realize because I hadn't really thought about it. But come to think of it, yeah, we never traded with them until like 71 or something. 71, 73. I forgot what he said in the 70s. So we didn't even interact with them people. And then after we did, it wasn't until they got accepted into the World Trade Organization and all the United Nations peoples are all like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But then, like, I heard the PBD guy pointed out, and it's like, but then what happened was you basically had all these corporations that went, wait a minute. Because when you look at what Chinese people are getting paid, like at that time, I think he said they're getting like $5 or $10 a day. And so you're now putting your business over there. That's why I'm totally cool with Trump going this whole, hey, no, you know what? Bring your business back here. Make your businesses here. Because that's what we did. We handed it over to them. And then by doing that, all of a sudden, you're not making the washing machines that everybody here uses. You're not making the cars that everybody drives here. You're not making, the stoves that people use here. You're not making the refrigerators that are used here. You're not making the power transformers that are used in the electrical system here. And it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. Oh, you don't make the compressor engines here. You don't make the cranes here. You don't make the dozers here. You don't make steel here. And all of a sudden you realize that, oh man, yeah, our country has become like lazy ass people in a suburb town that are so accustomed to everything. It's all been outsourced. And it all goes back into that. And I never thought about it looking at that way, but yep. And so there's your thing. Yeah. If you want to be competitive, well, I make a refrigerator. You make a refrigerator. Oh wait, they're in the World Trade Organization now. Hey, sing song chow. You want to make these refrigerators for me? Cool. How much you gonna charge me? $20 a refrigerator. Cool. You can't. So I just come in and squash you, and that's like, oh yeah, but that's just business. That's capitalism. No, it just got outsourced to another country. So now, if the other country doesn't want to make refrigerators anymore, we ain't got nobody here to make the fucking refrigerators. That's the problem I got with that kind of shit. Oh, Tiger, come back. I'm doing good coffee. We're kicking my ass right now, but I'll get used to it again. Oh yeah, I was going to ask you whenever you went to leave a while ago, Tiger, how things were going, how you're, bouncing back. Did I miss somebody else coming in? That was governmentally and private business, not businesses itself. They were forced to compete. See, but forced by who though? See, by other people. See, no, they didn't. We, the private sector, did not do anything you said. The government forced the private sector to compete. The the government didn't force Chevy to go get cars made in another plant. The government didn't force Kellogg's to start making food in other countries. The government didn't make Pfizer have the pills made in India. Now, once they get in there, their lobbyists keep them there and keep any competition down. But that was a gleeful joining for cheap labor. It's like Apple right now. Why all the people look at all the people that bitch about government, slavery, white supremacy. Pick your topic. It don't make a shit. How many of them actually use a fucking Apple iPhone that is known, factually known to be being produced by Uyghur slave labor with suicide nets outside the building? And yet, I want that next model iPhone. So it's people. People, people, people. Damn, this large meat pizza stood no chance. That was a hell of a munchies, John. They. It's people. It's people, and it's the people that are going to be raised in the next generation is going to be set the tone. And so what are they going to do? They're going to whine about the big bad wolf. They're going to whine about the government. It's the government. They don't beam those people down and beam them back up. I guess there are channels that probably believe that, so I shouldn't probably say that like that because there probably are. But not to me. So it's people. It's like you want to change the way politicians treat our country and then do their job and stuff. Raise a better one. I'm not into politics, so yes, I'll say I'm not doing it. I don't. I mean, now if little man were to get interested, I'll try to support him and go. Okay, I don't know shit about it, but you know, but it's like I try to get my son, get him involved in the school board. So I'm trying to get the ones I can involved. The government totally forced the private sector to compete globally to hold the government up. How did they? I guess we bailed out the fucking car dealers. So how did we force them to go get their cars made in another country? We bailed them out when they supposedly said they had financial problems. So did we give them money and say, now you have to pay China, you have to pay Canada, you have to pay Mexico? I mean, if it is, hey man, by all means, tell me where to find that bill that logged that in. Now, like I said, once these businesses decided to jump ship and go over there, like when GE decided to go over there and get cheap labor done, then they had their lobbyists then now go start to coexist and live in Washington to keep that in check. So all of a sudden, Bob Electronics over here couldn't come up with a whole nother any kind of competition. But it wasn't at the beginning. Feel free to watch Patrick Bet David PBD podcast. He did a cool little spill on it, and it was like, holy shit! And he even shows the footage back from the UN whenever they were voting to incorporate China in, and how people were like, yeah, and the articles that were like, oh, and man, look, get this done. So that's why I said no, it wasn't the government at first. I mean, you could look at it and see government now because of the lobbyists that all exist in Washington, but it didn't start out that way. Not as bad as it is now. My first job paid $250 an hour. I worked in a church nursery watching kids. Shoot, yeah. That's because government regulation. Man, the shadow on this thing. Right, John? I just scrolled up to see people set. Oh, wait, what did that tiger say? I saw something. Trying to keep up, but when we really screwed ourselves where we made it more profitable for our own companies to produce the products. Exactly, Tiger. Well, like I say, it was an interesting thought. I mean, I didn't realize the facts that he put out there. But when he shows it, it's like, oh, wow. So we didn't even negotiate with him until then. And that's the same time we come off the gold standard. And then you got Clinton, they wanted to get him into the World Trade Organization. And you watch them all get excited, and you see these headlines in the papers of how people were excited to go do business with China. Poor little China. We're happy to do business, and That's why I say that it wasn't the government. I mean, it might be government now because of the regulations, lobbyists, all this, but I didn't, because hell, I wasn't paying attention to politics back then when that shit went down. McDonald's used to be a job for teens, wasn't supposed to be a make a living at it. Yeah. Well, that was supposed to kind of give kids something to go learn about work ethics, getting up, showing up for a schedule, learning a job, showing up on time, taking breaks. You're kind of learning the work ethics, is the way it was always looked at. That was just a stepping stone. Unless you were one of those rare people that was into like the business management class shit. And then you usually were the shift supervisor. You'd see them go work there and come that. And the next thing you know, they're the store manager kind of thing. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Let the free market be the free market, and you'll see what true capitalism are, not this crony capitalism that we have now because of the government. Actually, I think it's damn Trump that's fixing to bring back good old American work stuff. I think it's pretty cool, man. And there's already a big long list. But see, once again, there's that you're only going to see or hear about what you want to see or hear. So it's like if you're not really looking into how much is moving forward, how much is coming into the country, how much is that really happening, and all you do is listen to sound bites, then you're not going to hear. But dude, there are shitloads of companies that are all coming into the U.S. in the next couple of years. And so I think we're going to have a chance to put in some hard work and get back on our feet and become independent. Whether we succeed at that is yet to be seen, but I do think we're fixing to have a really good nudge in the right direction. Because it's like the tariffs, man. Just look at all the whining that they do over tariffs, and we started off with them. It's not a wrong thing to say, hey, you got this to sell, we got this to sell. Well, okay, how much you charging us? Well, we're going to charge you that then. Well, but see, this society has become so one-sided. Like it's like how people scream freedom of speech, but then tell somebody to shut up, and it's kind of like, really? Yeah, only I can talk. Well, that works on your channel, but not just out in public. You don't get to go beat somebody up because they're saying, Elon's great. It's just not, no. And I think it's going to be, it's going to be a little bit, probably a hard time at first, because it depends on the reaction. They're all talking these big, hard games, but it's kind of like when they talked about the big games that down at the border, and then all of a sudden overnight they flip switch, and homeboy sending his own plane to come pick people up. It's like, okay, no. So, I don't know how much of this could be a little rough time, but then again, we're kind of a spoiled ass nation that's sitting around on a lot of fluff. What are you hunting for? You better watch what you find. Bird and hare. I see triple family. Very well. Apple bringing alpha manufacturing in the U.S. Wild, wild rabbit. That's what I'm saying. I mean, get them out of that slave labor. $200 million plus on a semiconductor manufacturer bringing more jobs to us. Oh yeah, well, dude, and there's a what is it? Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia is fixing to come over and build over here and make the AI. I think their G200s is the chip name. I might have that wrong, but they're going to be making those chips over here. And dude, it's kind of like when, the way I view it is like all this little prepping, homesteading stuff that everybody talks about. What do you want to do? You want to have your vegetables. You want to do your garden. So you got your food there. You got your cattle, chickens, whatever it be. You have a water source. So you got your food, your water, you know, you try to become self-sustaining. Well, that's a country. That's what we need as a country. We need to go back to having the steel plants fire back up, pouring steel. Because all this fancy fluff, and get rid of the fucking Uber Eats. Maybe people get back out there and go to the store while they're putting in a hard day's work. And, they do see that their taxes aren't being ripped off. I got to say, I totally dug his whole, like the car tax, and what was that? The interest on the loan for a vehicle made in America. So if you buy a vehicle that is made in America, and you go get a loan to buy that vehicle, you do not have to pay, what was it? Or you can use the interest as, I don't know, somehow you get a kickback. I don't buy new cars, so I don't. But, overtime tax, my God, I don't know. As man, all I can, from my perspective, that right there speaks volumes, dude, because I don't know. I remember my whole, I can't tell you how many years that was just a running joke. You'd put in so many hours that you would just go, oh, no, I'm just working for taxes now. Because you just crushed the magic end, and you knew that now you've done making enough that everything's coming out for taxes. And so to hear that, oh shit. But see, I listened to all the evil Elon, all this bullshit stories. Then what happens is now they might have just won this election in Wisconsin that changes their judge seat, then changes the House. Well, all of a sudden, guess what? That no tax on overtime might just get taken off the table. That no tax on Social Security might get taken off the table because once the Democrats get the House back, without this shit being passed into law, this is why it's staying important on what the hell's happening locally. Hey, Miss Lisa. I'd rather walk than get a car loan. Yeah, we were faced with that. Right out there on that farm market road, she took out a deer, and my paid for truck was totaled just like that. Blink. And actually, well, no, I have. Yeah, yeah, I had a little 95 Chevy after a while, a 71 Chevy. But no, that truck there, that pretty much, yep. And then we had the car loan, and then one just shitty after another. So, yeah, we were that close because the house is paid for, all that. But then vehicle problems, and then bam, that real life shift situation hit. Got two kids, two jobs, and now the vehicle's out of whack. And there's nothing in savings. Oh shit. Yep. Go get a loan. And I wish I hadn't. That's one of those lessons I can say. See, my parents taught me. Just once I got older, and you always think you know better. And so, oh no, I got this. I got this. But they both, man. My parents were, if you want something, you pay cash. And if it's something you don't have the cash for right now, then you save up for it and you go get it when you do. And that was good until I went off into the whole criminal drug stupid mentality and shit. That's what got me back on into debt. New engine in my truck. Oh, is Blackbird out? Make it a great day, Blackbird. Thanks for hanging out. I'm like when I heard, hey, what's up, Garrett? Next year I've considered buying a mule, no tires, water pump, fam. Right. Hey man, around here, if I can't ride a horse, but there's people that go out. I think I even showed everybody a picture one time the missus took up there at the dollar store. There was a horse tied to the post up there at the dollar store. Hell, we got the damn trail ride that comes through here. So yeah, there's sometimes during the year you'll see a damn wagons and everything going down the highway. Which y'all that live around the Amish, y'all are used to seeing that stuff with the Amish, I'm sure. I had no choice other than to fix my truck. Had to have reliable transport for the wife because of all the doctor appointments. So, yep. Horses should come with ladders. It's called a stirrups. It's called a stirrup, sir. Damn it. I don't know what the hell that was. Just went my. Have no choice where I live. Need a vehicle to get anywhere. Yeah, but you guys just, don't y'all run around in them little bitty cars? Do people in New York actually, do they got like the Ford trucks and Chevy trucks and all that kind of stuff? Or, the Suburbans? Well, yeah, because I guess I have seen some of the Escalades. Most stores they go to have hitching posts. I believe it, Rabbit. I'm 5'5". It's bullcrap getting on on one. Well, you just gotta put the left leg up, put your foot in that stirrup, and then you give yourself a little bounce and a hop up and over the saddle. Be right back, phone. All right, Miss Lisa. Wheels are a perfect four-wheel hoof. Yeah, unless they're in a bad mood, though, song. And boy, I think a cantankerous car not wanting to start or backfire every now and then, it's going to be rough. And just imagine if that mule gets in a pissy mood. Be downright mean right there, son. That might even be worse than if your wife gets mad. Upstate, maybe I have a pickup truck by a Nissan. You got the midget truck. Nah, they've come a long way. I'm just picking. I was hoping it would rain so I wouldn't have to do anything. Oh, there you go. G-Ma Merkel just walks him over to the stump. Or you open the truck door and get in and not worry about that bastard horse bucking you. Holla, holla, no, holla, no, holla, no, 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 no. Thank you, thank you. Cheater bench. It's medium, not really small. Okay, the Frontier. Those seem like pretty cool trucks. John says, I think I felt the raindrop. Yeah, I don't know. We might get something. I don't really want to. I still got more to do. It's about time to mow again. Probably got at least an inch and a half or more this morning. Oh, wow. Storm's hitting you tomorrow. Huh? I rode a horse once, sung all the way back to the barn, under the bastard's neck. No, F horse. Contractors were laughing at me, trimming branches on my kitchen stool. I know I can reach it. I know I can reach it. Oh, let's see. Where am I at? Hey, coming on 3 hours, 12:30. It's about a little lunchtime. Got some brown gravy and rice with some greens for lunch. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out, shooting the shit. Hopefully, it's a decent day where y'all are at. And if not, stay warm. I got the steel on a stick. Oh, there you go, G-Mon Burgle. Hey, y'all make it a good day. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all take care, stay safe, and know that you're in the driver's seat. So you make it a good day. You choose what you want to put in. Garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe, stay aware, and make it a good day. Peace.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed about your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. Gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Just remember, no matter what anybody says, just keep showing up, keep doing the work. Lead the way.
Keep the shotgun in the family. Raise your babies by the book. And keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Thanks for being here. Make it a good day, y'all. America, Liberation Day 2025.